It made national headlines earlier this year. A Jackie Robinson statue stolen and destroyed from Wichita's McAdams Park.
Today, though, a special ceremony 200 miles away as the only remaining part of that statue arrives at a new home. 12 News reporter Julia Daughtry has more.
The cleats, the only remaining remnants from the Jackie Robinson statue stolen from McAdams Park, now have a new home. They were unveiled today at the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum in Kansas City. The cleats, part of the Jackie Robinson exhibit. The statue was stolen and later destroyed in January. This is unfortunately not the first defaced Jackie Robinson memorial at the museum. It joins the birthplace marker that people shot back in 2021.
Been racially motivated hate. But when you decide to go cut the statue down, that's a hateful act. And so that is coming. So, you know, it's one of those melancholy, bittersweet kinds of things where we're building literally a miniature shrine of things that have been targets of hate relative to Jackie Robinson.
As we told you earlier this week, League 42 received $100,000 from Major League Baseball to help replace the statue. A GoFundMe also raised nearly $200,000 more.